and I'm gonna start doing Gary's reviews because Gary's angry right now. Oh, that's my name, in case you're wondering. So, I just spooled a brand new set of Shimano. I think Shimano makes Invisex and Tatsu. So whoever makes Tatsu, do not buy it. It is the worst, most expensive crap out there. It burns through, especially when you're casting into the wind. It burns through your reel, so you end up with weak points in the line all over the place. So, I haven't had any problems with the Invisex. That's actually been pretty good for me. But yeah, stay away from the Tatsu. I have nothing but poor things to say about it. For how expensive it is and how highly it was pushed. Yeah, not happy. Let's see. Second review. We'll do my boat. This is a Bass Tracker Classic XL, and I really like it. It's the lowest model that they have new, and I'm really happy with it. The only complaint that I would have is deck size. I'm not a huge person. I'm 5'8" and about 220 pounds. But it would just, yeah, I would like to have more room for rods and just foot space and just being able to move around. So, but yeah, it comes with a 50 horsepower engine, which gets me up to about 35 miles an hour, even with a passenger. So plenty fast enough to get you around most lakes. Fuel efficiency is good. Stock trolling motor is going to be the only thing that I'm going to probably upgrade because it's not strong enough to cut through weeds, as well as yeah, I just need something with spot lock because these winds in central Washington will blow you off of spots. Well, I just demonstrated that with that fish that I caught earlier. You just can't concentrate on everything at once, and when you're by yourself, it makes it a bit of a hassle. So but yeah, overall I love the boat. I would highly recommend the boat. Again, I know the next models up have a little bit higher deck size, and I've actually seen some people customize their decks, so that might be something I look at doing somewhere down the road, but it's good enough for me. I stand the entire time, I don't sit, so that's good. My net is an older net. I love this net though because it's got a rubberized net, so you don't have to worry about getting your hooks in there. Ego S2, the extension. I've had that for about, I would say probably close to 8 or 10 years, and haven't had any problems. So I would recommend that as well. Let's see, equipment, I use exclusively Gamakatsu hooks, although I've been breaking some and bending some more than I have noticed in the past. But I like their sharpness. I like the skip gap hook. It works really well with these crawdads to rest on there, and it doesn't come loose as easily as most of the other hooks that I've used. I also use the G-Lock hook from Gamakatsu, which I really like that for the smaller presentations, like the 3-inch and the 2.5-inch, and like I have a little Hellgrammite that works well with the G-Lock hooks. So I'm not partial to any certain tungsten weights. I'll just usually buy what's on sale and just look for fade resistant and crack resistant, so I usually either end up with matte or this bluegill colored one that I have. is almost like flame treated, so it doesn't lose its color either. And I forget who makes it at the only thing I don't like about it is it only comes in 3/8 ounce and heavier, up to 2 ounce. I usually like to a little 1/4 ounce or 3/16 ounce, just so, because again, I fish shallower waters typically, so I like to have something that doesn't spook the fish as much. So, yeah, that's that for the hooks and the weights. I don't fish lures a lot. I mostly fish my crawdads and just any kind of plastics. I seem to catch enough fish to make it all fun and worthwhile, so I'm not too concerned that I'm missing out on a lot of fish. I will switch it up every now and then just to give them a try. I have like 4 or 5 tackle boxes full of different lures, but I love topwater. I will do the topwater quite often, but again, Central Washington very rarely is without wind, so the topwater is a little bit harder to get away with. I'm probably going to go to the potholes tomorrow, and it's supposed to be fairly decent winds early in the morning, so hopefully be able to get some frogs or some walking baits going or something to play around with on the top, so stay tuned for that. Let's see, my equipment, I don't really prescribe to anybody. I've got Shimano, I've got Lew's, I've got 13 Concept, I've got Daiwa, and I would say the Shimano is definitely my favorite to work with. The Lew's is, both of the Lew's that I have are very close seconds. The Lew's, I actually really love the casting, and it's very smooth reeling in. That's the copper one that's that you see me using. But unfortunately, that one has the Tatsu line on it, and I burned through it in between takes here, so I had to go retrieve all the line and set that one down. I still have, well, a lot of new line on it, so I might rig it up later and give it a try. But rods, mostly I just do medium heavy and fast, or extra fast. They are my go-to rods for pretty much everything that I use. You know, they work really well with the plastics, and they can easily work with any of the crankbaits or chatterbaits or topwater lures that I have as well. So I do prefer American made, so that's why most everything I have is St. Croix. I really love their warranty policy. They don't ask any questions. They just send them a picture of your damage or what happened, and they'll usually send you off a new rod. So I really like that about them. I got a edge rod from Gary Loomis. I ended up snapping that, casting a crankbait somehow, so I'm currently waiting on my warranty return of that one. I waited 6 weeks after ordering the thing to get it, which, you know, it was winter, so I didn't mind. But yeah, so the only thing I didn't like about that, and the time that I did have to use it, was the lower trigger finger is, I don't know, it's oddly placed, so my fingers started hurting under it after using it for a while. So but yeah, that's that's about it. Feel free to ask me to go into depth or detail about anything else. I'll be happy to do it. But yeah, everybody's got their thing and how they do it. What works for you doesn't work for everybody else, and what works for me doesn't work for everybody else. But we're all just out here to have fun, and it at least feels like the wind might be settling down a little bit, so we'll see what happens. So thanks for listening if you lasted this long, and again, feel free to ask any questions if you want any feedback or anything, and I'll be happy to answer or talk about it.